what some, especially what they're called annihilationists, would argue is that true hell is to become nothing, to have your soul incapable of being saved, so that you wouldn't be tormented for eternity, because what omnibenevolent God would want to torture you for the whole of eternity? What will happen is that you'll just be obviated, and that's it. You can't come back, and therefore you will become nothing. Quite surprising, right? What do you make of those ideas, Vinay?
They're quite interesting. Yeah, I think I know reincarnation is an idea. It's like you keep
Yeah.
coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the way like my parents brought up, they say like you make your own heaven and hell here.
Mm-hmm.
So I think thinking about nothingness in that sense, I think it's a nicer idea than someone than being tortured for all of
Yeah,
eternity.
sure, right?
But yeah, or is that worse? Because as you said, that you turn into nothing, and is that the worst punishment? I don't know.
Well, that is one reading of it, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Emma?
Yeah, I guess building upon kind of what Vinay was saying, it's just like the concept of maybe like your legacy kind of here and what you leave behind, and I think it's quite interesting to think about like if there's nothing after you kind of die, what kind of objective should you have in life? It's getting quite existential, but
Yeah. Yeah, right, exactly. And I suppose other religions to think about in this regard would include Buddhism. Buddhism speaks quite well, highly of emptiness. So not necessarily the same thing as nothingness, but emptiness is something that could be aspired to because you're no longer burdened with desire, and desire is the root of all pain to the Buddha. So if you empty yourself and you find your sort of sense of purpose from that emptiness, so that it's got a much more positive spin on detachment and emptiness. What do you make of that?